Hey, Nas, stop recording just in case.
All right.
On 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attention. You are now tuned into the PCP podcast. We all thank you all for tuning in for another episode of the Frills Club podcast. I'm your host for this evening, straight out of Cincinnati, Brother Lowe. And I got my brother all the way in, let's see, I guess non-quarantine now. Y'all all the way open back up down there in Miami, Nas. What's up?
I mean, some of them was all the way open. Not all of us is all the way open, but we working our way. We all good, and we ready to get this thing started today. I missed y'all, and it's time to get some of this conversation popping.
Yeah, no doubt. We're gonna come back up to the great state of Ohio. I got my Buckeye with me who's ready. Hey, 6 days away, right, Fees?
Oh, 6 days, baby. 6 days. It's going down. The Silver Bullets is back, baby. You already know.
No doubt. Look at the Huskers come next week.
Yeah.
And we'll talk to the DC boys for a second. What up, Dream?
What's up, man? What's up, world? Hey, man, got a lot to talk about. You know what I'm saying? We got some new features we about to do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, peace. We ready. Let's get it.
Yeah. We stay ready. Ain't that right, Brother Dale?
You know what it is. Peace and love. We in here. Let's get it.
Yeah, and I know y'all see the architect is out traveling, you know, on business. So we had to switch him out and try to soften this hard leg cast up a little bit. And what we like to do is, you guys all know we are all graduates of the Wilberforce University. So we like to keep everything inside the family, right? So we got a graduate, Miss Jamila, out of another Buckeye, you know. What's up, Jamila?
Yeah.
Welcome to the cast.
Thank y'all for having me this evening. Appreciate it.
What's
Hey,
up,
one of
Lisa?
our biggest supporters too, man. You
Man,
gotta
let
shout
me
that
tell
out,
you.
man. Always supporting us. Always
Absolutely.
supporting PCP.
We was on the
Absolutely. Love 'em,
yard. There
brothers.
was not a function that we had that her and her girls and her boys and everybody she knew was at. Everybody, she brought the whole crew to everything.
Absolutely.
Much appreciated.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and that's all about HBC love. I see Brother Dale got his HBCU shirt on. So all of you listeners who went to PWI schools, I mean, there's something you really miss out of the HBCU experience. You know what I mean?
Facts.
We keep, these ties are for life. You know what I mean? When we say we're family, you know what I mean? We mean that. And as you see today, you know, I'm 15, I think, 17 years removed from Wilberforce, Jamila?
Ooh,
Yeah,
yes.
it's showing the age
Yeah.
now. Yes, but
It's okay.
yeah,
I was just told I look like I graduated last week, so I'm good.
there you go. So
Yeah,
this is I guess we'll call this our little mini homecoming that we're having to get back together.
Yes.
So we welcome you
Oh,
back.
missing it.
Yes,
I miss homecoming. Oh my
absolutely.
gosh.
And
Man.
I do understand that you do a lot of work in the community out here. So real quick, can you just get a rundown of what you got going on, and you know, let us know.
Yes. So I have a mentoring program here in the great state of Ohio, Columbus specifically, where I mentor Black girls specifically. I'm unapologetically serving our babies, our girls. And we meet once a month for 10 months. We end the cycle with a graduation and a sleepover, big old bang. But we are trying to make sure that we destroy the stereotype, the standard of beauty for what these girls are looking up to. You know, we want them to know that they are the archetype, that they are beautiful, that the hair that they have is gorgeous, that melanin that we possess is amazing and one of a kind, and that all the things that that makes them who they are makes them great. So we go through and we talk about the social and emotional issues that they face as preteens, such as bullying and teen pregnant. I hate the word bullying, but
Yeah.
it looks a little different these days. Teen pregnancy, even because they're having babies younger too. They're exposed a lot way sooner than we were. So we are trying to combat that stuff. But then what we do is we teach them, what it means to communicate amongst each other as women, and what it means to be healthy and spiritually fit. But we do everything from a natural perspective, and then we back everything up with a biblical foundation and principle. So if we're talking about what it means to talk to each other as women, we also talk about what it means to talk to each other as Christians, how to respectfully have those conversations, and what it means to be healthy physically, but also what it means to be physically, mentally, and spiritually fit too. So we do everything on a kind of a dual basis.
Wow. Well,
Can I ask
hey, hold
Jamila
on.
a question real
Listen.
quick, Lo? Lo, can I ask Jamila a question real quick? What are some of the things that you made that you find in your work that you may need people to help with? Things that maybe our listeners can maybe even help with? Are there things that you need or are requiring to help these kids to push your needle forward, push your program forward?
Absolutely. Thanks, Nas. So, yeah. So I do not pretend to know everything, but I try. So people who have a specific talent or a skill in a certain area. So when we do financial workshops, I'm not a financier. So I call in people who I know have a background in financial education. For people who are a little more, when we're talking about self-image and beauty, that's something I can tackle. But if I want to go deeper, I need people who have that background too. So if you have a skill, a certain skill set that you would like to share, that you think would be beneficial to our girls, specifically between ages of 10 and 13. I mean, I do go beyond because my girls can come back, and they typically do, which is one of the greatest things about my organization, is that the girls who go through and they graduate, they're part of their responsibility is to come back and impart what they've learned to their little sisters. So if you have a certain set of skills that you think our babies need to know, I'm very protective of my babies, so I don't let just anybody come in and talk to them. But I would love to hear from anybody. And we are in the state of Ohio, but one thing that COVID has taught us is that my plan to expand is going to be easier than I thought via technology like this.
Absolutely.
So my Cycle 7 did everything via Zoom for the most part. We did meet up a few times before, of course, and then once since we've been in quarantine. But I now know that we can do this on a much broader basis. So
absolutely.
Hey, Jamila, where can the young ladies and the parents find you? Because I mean, we consistently on here we talk about empowerment of and the importance and the strength of our Black queens consistently. And I know this is just a program that an example of those conversations, and this is boots on the ground to something that people can get their hands on. So how can they reach out to you and get in contact?
Absolutely. So we have a website. It's www.bumblebeesgirls.com. Right now we are accepting Cycle 8 applications. So from now until mid-December, we're accepting applications for our next round of girls. And we do take girls. I've had girls graduate the program from Cincinnati and Dayton. So it can be done because we only meet once a month, so people are willing to travel. And the parents who have had to drive up have said it's been worth it. So
right.
And we're also on all of the social media websites. So we're Bumblebees Girls on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay.
Since everybody got a question in, let me get a question in. Do you have like any like notable highlights or accomplishments or something you want to throw out there that from your program?
Yeah, so I will say my girls who graduated in Cycle 1. So I have 4 girls who graduated in Cycle 1. So first of all, my biggest thing is I get a whole, like Mylian said, that we have my biggest supporters come from Wilberforce. So I've got a bunch of woo babies that have gone through my program. So big shout out to Wilberforce and the connection. But yeah, some of the highlights is that, matter of fact, she's a Wilberforce baby. My Cycle 1 baby right now, Isis, is attending Spelman College. And yeah, so, and actually all of my Cycle 1 babies are in college, whether BHBCs or not, they're all in college. And then we've had some shout outs from some stars actually. So one of my Cycle 4 kids, so we do a Black History Month project every year. And we base it on different topics. And one year we did like stars or people that are first in their fields. And one of the girls did Ava DuVernay, and she shouted her out. So we get shout outs from people. You know, we tag people in that stuff. So of course I was trying to tag.
That's dope.
Congratulations
God's work
to
you're doing over there, man.
Yeah.
Keep up the good work. That's
Sure.
tremendous.
Well, I'm gonna be the eyeball. I don't have a question, so keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks, me. Thank you. Thank you.
Shout out to them Warriors, them Eastmore Warriors too, Jamila. They don't know
Yes,
nothing about that either.
yes.
Shout out to the Eastmore Warriors.
He had to get the plug. He had to get the plug.
High school in the city. You hear me? We produce nothing but winners.
Yeah. I understand you said city, you know what I mean, but I come from the best high school in the state, so I mean,
Yes.
Keep it moving.
But you know, again, blessings to you and yours, Jamila. Wow, that's phenomenal what you got going on, and you know, I can't wait to continue to see the fruits of the labor of all these people that you're putting through these programs, because it means something. Again, like we all went to Wilberforce, you know, seeing the fruits of our labor. It's about, you know, me, as I say, training up a child. You know what I mean?
And the way that they should go.
There you go.
And when they grow old, they will not depart.
It takes a village. It takes a village, does it not?
It does. It does. And I will say this, with all of the social unrest and injustices, you know, we have implemented that as part of our program this year and last year. So we talk about what you need to do, because my girls are driving. So I'm telling them what that looks like when they're getting pulled over, how to respond. I absolutely hate that I have to have that conversation with them. I know it's kind of doubling down on what their parents are already talking about, but it's necessary. So I've implemented, I actually created a game. It's being copywritten right now, but it's a game about, you know, knowing your rights and how to respond, and, you know, what you can do, what an officer can do and can request you what an officer can request you to do and what you don't have to do, you know? So yeah.
Awesome.
Kudos to you.
That's phenomenal. And speaking of, I guess we said different programs and boots on the ground, things we said, Feezy, things like that. You know, we are in the middle still of civil unrest. We are in the middle of a pandemic. We are in the middle of election season. All these things balled up into one. And just here recently, you know, we've had, you know, people come out of, I don't want to say nowhere. Yes, I mean, they've been on the sidelines, you know, but it's more on the front lines now. Speaking of different, how they're going to sway votes and say what to do with their votes. And I want to touch on it for a minute, guys, on an icon, right? And this icon I'm talking about is Brother Ice Cube. We all know from the beginning, Brother Ice Cube he put his pockets on the line. And when I say that is, you know, through this pandemic, you know, he had the 3-on-3 basketball tournament that he does every summer, you know, makes money off of. He said, why are we worried about that? We're in the middle of pandemic, you know, why are we worried about, you know, all this other stuff? I mean, I'm putting all this stuff on the back burner. People are losing their lives over this, right? So I mean, he is an asset to our community. I mean, he is someone we look up to, and you know, has always been the front line from NWA days to, you know, to now. But and I hate to use the word but I guess it is a but. He has done within this last week that's really, you know, put us things to make you go, gets linked up with the Republican Party with negative 45, as Brother Mean would say, and has come up with the platinum package. Now, for one, this platinum package is supposed to be for us, Black America, and getting us more progressive into the future. You know, kind of like, I guess I'm saying, the 40 acres of the mule for the future. That's how I kind of see it. But my big issue is this. I mean, we are 20 some odd days out of fight night, because that's what it's going to be. Election night is fight night. 5 days out of that, and this happens. And then just the conversation of what we're calling this package. You know what I mean? The platinum package. Like,
yeah,
what are we?
He didn't call it that.
Thank you.
Thank
yeah.
you.
He didn't call it
Yeah.
that.
So I'll look on weak point.
He didn't
So
call it that.
well, look,
The name of his was the
Contract.
plan for Black America, right?
Contract with Black America.
I didn't say he called it that, but what I'm saying is it's called the platinum package.
Right.
Donald Trump's plan is
Right.
called the platinum
Kind of
package.
That's what it turned into.
Your intro insinuated that he's working with Trump and it's his.
But hey, Dale, hold on. I like the way he framed it, because we need to talk about it, because we talking about interpretation of things, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna save my comments, but
Perception is everything.
Hold on. Let me finish setting the table. So, Black America package, platinum package, however y'all want to title it. You know what I mean? Tomato. No, I ain't gonna say it. However you want to say it. There is some things that he's trying to get us to achieve in this country. So, what is the motives? You know, like I said, 20 some days out of election. When we have this year, we're pushing for early voting, right? There's people who have voted already, and now we're getting all this information about, progressive Black America. So, what? Go ahead, Naz. I mean, just
listen. I've been waiting for this.
Heavy.
Go, Naz. Help me. Help me understand.
For this topic.
Let's go.
Because to me, man, I just feel like it's irresponsible and reckless. Not just him. And I know that we rolling it into the Ice Cube, but I want to pull Diddy into this conversation as well, because he is also made some very strong comments in the media that I feel are irresponsible of people of their esteem. And I'm only saying esteem based off solely on their place in financial, not because they are brilliant or anything like that, or political activists or anything like that. I'm just saying you should know better, because y'all been in the game for so long, working with these folks and knowing how they move. You should just know better. And I feel like Ice Cube, I just feel like he played himself. Like I believe solely that his intention is all good. I really do. Like I believe that he you know what? I'm sick and tired of this. I'm tired of it. I'm gonna make a move. But I just feel like your timing is completely off, bruh. Your timing is off. And so is Diddy's. Diddy, you over here talking about hold the vote, and then a month later you talking about vote. What are you doing, man? This is too vital of a situation. This is too pivotal of a scenario for you to be over here pump faking with how you gonna move. You got millions and millions of followers. These kids listen to you. They gonna do whatever you say, and you hold your vote. Oh, we need to get something for our vote a month out of the election. You know these white folks ain't finna do nothing for you in a month. Hell, they ain't did nothing for you ever. This shit is ridiculous, man. I don't understand what you think you're gonna gain from this. Cube, you are not dealing with a record label, a record exec, where you can go up in there and hit them over the head with a champagne bottle and tell them to get you out of your contract. These white folks will take you out, bruh. You think they scared of you because you talking about you tired now? Get out of here, man. You need to wait, bruh. Wait your turn. We got things that we got to do. So first thing is to get this cat out of office, and we need all hands on deck. If you're not voting against him, then you for him. Shut the hell up, and I don't want to hear nothing you got to say.
Listen
wait a minute, Manasseh. We can't just start counting because he is at the end of the day he is trying to do something for us.
Yes, right.
I do disagree. I mean, I do agree that the timing is off. It is completely off because our number one objective is to get that joker out like today. But I don't think I see his plan from a long range thing. His thing is, first of all, he's not a Democrat or Republican. And recently I did the same thing. I'm not on either side. But I do realize who is not for us. Because I don't believe either one of them is going to do anything unless we put our feet on their necks and tell them this is what we absolutely need. But I do believe that he should have waited until after whoever was in power and was able to make decisions gets in there and then have that conversation. But to do it now, and honestly, I don't think that there's that many undecided people. I mean, I haven't polled the entire country, but I think wherever people's land, like we do the election right now today, I think we could do it as though it was November 3rd, because I don't think anybody's going to change their mind. And I'm hoping that that his influence is not so great where people are actually listening. Let me not say that, because that's how Donald Trump got in office. So never mind on that last part. But I don't think anybody's mind is going to change.
But look, let me play devil's advocate though, because to be fair, you know, like this just started trending last week, a couple of days ago, and when this first went out, what did I say? I was just like, I don't understand this. What's the big deal? Because the contract with Black America came out months ago, and I didn't understand what everybody was in their feelings about. Because if you paid attention, when he released the contract with Black America, he did exactly what he said he was going to do. He said, "Look, you know, I'm tired of us getting our heads blown off. I got a list of demands. Whoever wants to hear us out, I'm going to sit down with them. I don't care who you is." And that's what he did. He put the contract out. The Biden campaign reached out to him. Trump's campaign reached out to him. The Democrats pretty much said, "Hey, we're going to get back to this later."
After, right.
And meanwhile, Trump and everybody said, like, "Hey, you know, let's meet, let's talk about this further and some more. Do you mind if we put some of these ideas in the platinum plan or whatever?" And he said, "Whatever, you know, go for it." You know, so to play devil's advocate, to me, I don't see nothing wrong with what he did, and what I don't necessarily. I understand it. I don't agree with it, because you're giving this off as though you're working with the devil. But at the same time, Cube is looking at this like, yo, y'all coming at me with the timing, but like, what we gonna do if Trump wins?
Yeah,
I've
been saying that all along. But you can't also not pick a side in this. Like, you can't say this ain't political. I ain't talking about no politics. Nigga, this is politics. This is exactly what it is. You can't say that you're not going to talk politics. I'm not dealing with politics no more. I'm just talking about whoever going to talk about the truth. They ain't talking about the truth. The president is an absolute liar.
And I feel like that move, that's dangerous, because, man, you might have some people that will vote that way, and just adds more. And it's a dangerous and it's a slippery slope. You know, I mean, what he's doing, I don't have a problem with, but I feel like the timing and the strategic, you know, it could have been, in my opinion, not right now, at all.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Go ahead, Lo. Go ahead, Lo.
Yeah, I said absolutely. Like I said, that's the issue that is coming down right now. But more importantly, I hate the fact that our people now are attacking Ice Cube. They don't even know. They don't even know the backstory behind any of this. They just think he just woke up today and said, "Guys, hold on now. Let's do X, Y, Z." And again, that's been our problem. We're gonna take this back 10 casts ago as being what, Dale? Organized.
Okay, so can I jump in?
Thank you.
Can I jump in now? That exactly. I'm glad you said that, because I was talking to my Sans Corbin today, and everything y'all just said is facts, but the biggest component that I have a problem with is credentially, right? His credentials, right? Ice Cube he's an entertainer, okay? And like Nas said, this is politics, bruh. So your intentions may be well.
What's Donald Trump entertaining?
But listen to what I'm saying. If you're gonna come up with a contract with Black America or whatever agenda we're gonna come up with, because the agenda, what he came up with is a fucking piece of paper. Let's keep it 100, right? It ain't no contract, it ain't Wes and Stone, it ain't no law, it ain't no bill, it ain't none of that shit.
Right. Ain't policy, none of that.
So my thing is, with all them fucking resources, we going back to resources. That's what Nas was talking about earlier. Diddy, Jay, Cube. I mean, it's a whole list of entertainers that have resources and they have contacts to political folks. Like, you know, I mean, y'all may disagree. Like Roland Martin, he's one of the guys. He's been in politics and he has his own platform.
Sure.
He de facto from CNN and all those high-end networks because they want keeping it real. So why not formulate a board of our people, candidates, our own politicians that we want, and then you come with the contract.
So hold on. I got to stop you there, man. I got to stop you there, dog. Because what we can't do, we can't knock this motherfucker.
I'm not knocking him. I'm just talking about this.
No, you is. I mean, you saying like it could have been done a certain way.
I'm not knocking
him. But Dale, you can't deny
how you do it.
Listen, the execution was poor. The execution was trash.
Yeah, that's my whole thing.
Was trash, but at the end of the day,
Dale, that's 100%.
I'm not knocking him.
That's
I'm not knocking him.
Okay, but
because you playing checkers,
we can't. We just gotta be. We listen. I get what y'all saying. The critique and everything is
right.
But
he got a publicist.
You can't knock a motherfucker.
Well, he got management. Let's be clear though. He did reach out.
Hold on. He got management. He got management. He got publicists. He got A&R people. Man, listen, you can't tell me he was working with better methodology.
He was working. I'm about to say he had people.
He was working with people.
He didn't just come out with this plan and be like, here it is. He had people contribute to this plan.
Yeah, but Trump has been in office for 4 years.
Right.
This has been going on for years, right? And months before this.
But
election,
y'all got listen.
And this is
y'all have expectations as though this was supposed to be perfect, and
I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, a person like Cube should know better than anybody that with the like he said, bringing the presentation of what you bring to people and how you bring it to them and when you bring it is paramount. Right? We're 2 weeks before election. 2 months before the election, he talking about, man, stop, don't give your vote to these folks. Don't just give your vote away. You need to get something for your vote. I don't disagree with that. What I'm saying is, do you think you're going to get that this election?
Yeah.
Do you think somebody's going to come to you and be like, here go your reparations because you're not going to vote for me? Get the hell out of here with that shit.
How about this though? How about this though? What the scary part about that is, you know, when people are saying, all right, hold your vote, you know, a lot of people in this world don't think like us.
Right. Good point.
I mean, that's the scary part.
Right.
So there's going to be people out here who's going to be sitting on their hands holding their vote and have no idea what the hell they're waiting for.
Right.
Did
he say hold your vote? He made it very clear.
That's the part. That's the part.
Go ahead, Mylo. Go ahead, Mylo.
Now I was going to say that. So my issue is two-pronged, and that right there is it, because some people are not being able to see the vision beyond today, and the time. When I say the timing is bad, like trying to get this passed right now, like I said earlier, is not the solution. I can definitely see what that looks like later when we start understanding what PAC dollars mean, when we start being able to get our own people in office. Like I get that beyond that, but right now we don't have it. We don't have our own party. We've got two sides fighting over our vote, but and neither one of them when they get in office, I don't think either one of them's going to do it unless we make them do it. So I get his plan from that perspective. The other part I got a problem with though is us Black people not being able to research for ourselves. That girl, I forget what her name was, that sent that tweet out. she should have been drugged because it wasn't
Right.
it wasn't even Q that
Thank
said like he
Two
never
people,
he said
man.
he never even met her.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
like,
you're right.
why the hell is she even having a conversation? She never even met this man. But yet, no, we as Black Twitter, we didn't go after her. We went after Q. And I think that's a problem that we have consistently with people because you don't agree with somebody's method, you cannot cancel them. Like that's how we get ourselves in trouble. That's how we get divided.
But
And,
I ain't
and
saying
that's what I was getting to when we try to be super critical of Q, because I get it, he fucked up, it wasn't the best way, but this criticism that y'all offering, that's what leads motherfuckers to try and cancel Q. And I hate that shit because it's just like, nigga, y'all trying to cancel Q? Like
Right.
Q is a sellout?
Ain't nobody saying
No, but ain't nobody saying
No,
that.
no,
I
no,
get
not
your
y'all.
point. You're
I'm not
right.
saying
Not
y'all.
y'all.
I'm not
Y'all better
saying
say
y'all.
no.
I'm
We
just
called
saying
this man
the
a sellout for the last
narrative
4 days.
that comes from
hold on.
this type
Yeah.
of dialogue.
They was trying to hang
goes
Q.
into cancel. Like
Right.
people
I get-
talking
you
about
right. You
canceling.
right.
Like
You right.
that's not that's unacceptable. We talking about motherfucking Friday. We talking about the big three. Like this,
talking about
you
NWA.
canceling him is taking money out of our community.
You taking the
But,
culture
but,
away.
at the same
But I
time,
got-
Dale, like we gotta stop putting some of these entertainers on these pedestals like these motherfuckers got some kind of special the Leroy glow on them. They ain't got, you know what I mean? They just regular folks, bro. Like,
Well,
you know
hold
what I
on.
mean? Some of these cats
Yeah.
just regular.
Well, listen,
But at the same time,
Hold on,
you
hold
be
on, Dave,
mad
hold
when
on.
nobody does anything.
Right.
So he tried. I'm
Hey.
not mad at that.
yeah, hold on, me.
His
I'll let you
anti-guy.
go ahead, me. I'm gonna drop
So,
something.
so
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna say this, Dale, you right. He tried, but all I'm saying is, and this is the conversation I had with my Sans earlier. Where was that energy? January fucking 21st, 2017. We could have been working on that
Man,
shit then.
Niggas is dealing. Listen,
No. Fuck that. No,
No,
we
let
could have
me- let
been
me-
working on that energy right then.
Listen,
Not
let
fucking 20
me
days
listen,
out.
because that's criticism that I had too. But I heard Cube out because they asked him. They was like, "Cube, why didn't
were
you?
you?"
Where was you at a year ago?" He was like, "Man, a year ago I was working." But he was like, "To be honest, I came up with the contract with Black America after George Floyd got killed." Niggas
But
is
that's
still
too late.
hurting.
That's my point.
And it's
also-
too
and
late.
he also-
It's too late.
He
I
also did
get
the
it.
same thing that
I
a lot
get
of
it,
people,
but
a lot of
you
us
can't
do.
knock a nigga for trying, dog. That's
He
all I'm
assumed.
I'm not
I say
knocking
he
him.
assumed.
Hold on,
He
hold
said
on.
he assumed that everybody else was in position doing their jobs. So he
Right.
figured that
That's right.
the politicians
That's right.
that we elected into office was doing their jobs, and he looks up,
That's
and
right.
George Floyd is the thing that triggered him was like, these niggas ain't doing their jobs.
Yeah.
Right.
So let me do something.
But hold on. And we ain't gonna we gonna take our foot off of our brother Q's neck because
Please.
hold on. Where the hell did Sean Diddy, Puffy, Love, whatever we call this man? Now we have our own party now, 2 weeks before the election. Listen,
Hey, I'm ready to give him heat too, man. Let's go.
So look,
I'm ready to
Lo.
give that guy
So the
heat,
same
though.
go for him, Lo.
no,
Where was
it's
that
more for
energy
him.
at? Where was that energy
He
at?
gets worse.
January 21st,
Yeah.
2017, man.
Diddy's. I believe that Diddy's infraction is definitely worse. One,
That's what I'm
because
saying.
again,
Well, his
he
is
was
worse,
he was
yes.
talking about canceling the vote just a month ago, and
That's
then he
what I'm
has this
saying.
interview with Charlemagne the God, and Charlemagne asks him about that, and his only response is, "Man, we got to do something about getting him out the office." Bruh, you can't tell your billion followers to not vote and then be like, "Oh, you know, things have changed. Go ahead and vote, but we're gonna change. We're gonna start our own
Things have
party."
changed.
Again, the timing, the approach, how you present it. This is just, I can't believe it, man. I can't believe that
Organization.
these dudes are doing this.
Yeah.
I got a problem with Diddy because I only see that nigga every 4 years.
Ooh.
He comes out when election time comes out. He says rock the vote, and he dips out for
PR.
3 years and
But
comes
hold
back.
on. But
PR.
And neither time he comes out of his little hole and says rock the vote, neither
Mylian.
time has he ever had a plan.
hold on, Mila. He didn't even say rock the vote this year.
He
He
did.
did.
Hold on.
You're right.
I mean,
He said
listen.
hold the vote this year.
What happened to? I mean, I know we in a pandemic, but I was asking this like 90 days ago. Like, where is Puff?
Look, rock the vote, vote or die. He got t-shirt
Right,
lines on that shit.
What
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah.
I know. Listen,
Okay, and again,
And we not canceling them.
I know we in a pandemic. Lord knows I know, but can we get revolt to run some commercials?
Something.
Can we get
You own
That's your
a
choice.
television station, bro.
He running them now. He running them now, but it's too
I
late.
know it's too late.
It's too late.
Again, we are pushing. Hold on. Again, we are pushing early voting. People have
people have already
voted.
voted.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
can't vote.
I
What
voted
are we
earlier
really
this week.
doing here, people?
Listen,
Help
and
me
the thing that I
understand.
feel is like one of the most egregious things that he said was about the Civil War shit.
Nigga.
All right, so now we already got these,
Please enlighten me.
we already
What's
got these Proud Boys and all of these white militia dudes already verbally saying on wax that if Trump don't get reelected, they hitting the streets with their weapons. Right.
Man, you got to give some backstory to those that don't know what you're talking
So,
about.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you hadn't seen Diddy's interview with Charlamagne the God, he says in the interview that the president is a pariah and needs to be taken out. Like he needs to be banished, which is another word that you can't, you're talking about the president for one. So you already like, this ain't again, you ain't walking up in a record studio hitting a dude over, an exec over the head with a wine bottle or something, bruh. This is the president of the United States.
Right.
So you say that, and then in the next breath you say, if he wins, if President Trump wins the election, it's gonna be a civil war because we ain't taking this no more. Hold on, man. Hold on. What are you talking about?
That'll land you on the terrorist list.
What are you talking about? First of all, man, that is a very irresponsible thing to say in the climate that we in already. This fire pot that we in where these white folks already for real ready to get at us.
Well, they've already done some of that. I've seen some videos now. It's like some of these white rednecks have already gotten on there and said, "Don't worry about it, we ready too." I'm like,
they ready. And I just feel like it's irresponsible to lead people into that idea that if this cat wins again, then it's gonna be total chaos and we hitting these streets. Are you hitting the streets, Diddy? You hitting your block and you
was
talking you out there putting Rough Rider, right?
You better be front line.
Cash money. You better be out there with your guns or whatever.
What's it called? The Palisades, Calabasas. Listen. Diddy went to the fortress of Calabasas / Malibu. Listen, with his private chef. Take that. Listen.
Take that.
Listen, he ain't worried about us, man. Come on, man. Let's be honest.
And the thing is, all of this, it comes back to what we've been saying about not being organized and people having, maybe some good intentions, maybe some great ideas, but the execution and display is piss poor. You're not pulling from all your resources that need to be involved. And it goes back to what you said, Mean, about having some other people. Again, you're an entertainer, you have influence, you got money, but you're in a different realm. And at the end of the day, in that realm, that entertainer shit ain't gonna mean nothing. It don't hold no weight.
And
it don't hold no weight at all.
Right.
And check this out. So imagine we're saying this, we're Black America, right? And we notice this. So what is our other cultures saying about us? Laughing.
Oh, I can tell you already. So
laughing like what? Like they're like we got this thing locked up, man.
Yeah.
So I'm happy we all on agreement with that. You know what I'm saying? Organization. I mean, just friends and family out there in the world. If you cast your vote, we appreciate it. But just make sure you vote. I'm not telling you who to vote for, but listen, we have to vote to get. We have to make a change. The change to be made for the betterment of our children because it's going to affect them all. So I mean,
I will say this, dog. I do see like a revolt for Black people coming, because if you're paying attention, man, I do kind of like these conversations that are being held within the Black community. I think that we are starting to realize the value in being an educated voter. You know what I'm saying? So I in a perfect world, dude, get out of there, and then we'll start having these conversations about getting our ducks in order for when the next time another election comes around. So I do see it trending in that direction, and man, and that's encouraging to me.
Well,
Hope the conversation doesn't stop though,
It
because
can't stop. Oh
my
man,
my
it can't
biggest
stop.
my
It
biggest
can't
fear
stop,
is that
won't
if
stop.
January gets here, no matter who gets in office, just so stupid.
Somebody hit the Diddy
my
bop.
my biggest fear though is that January comes and whomever gets in, because first of all, I already know this is going to be a contested election. We're going to be knocked down, drag out way probably past December 1st and the Christmas or whatever. But whomever is in office in January, like folks that are so loud and so opinionated right now are going to drop off the earth like the fighting stop. Like, oh well.
Oh,
And that's my concern, because that's why we keep ending up here every 4 years having these conversations, because there's nothing that's taking place prior to.
Well, listen, so don't let that be a concern, because it's going to happen. You know what I mean? Just keep taking care of them brown babies coming through. What's the plug again, Mila?
Bumblebees.
Yes, coming through bumblebees.
hey, Lo, one last question before you move on to transition, bro. How y'all feel? How y'all feeling about the vote? Is it do we think it's gonna be close? Is it a layup?
Dale.
I think it's
we didn't think he was a win last time. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean,
I know.
I woke up like, oh shit.
Woke up like, what happened?
Yeah.
I'm scared. I mean, that's just me. I mean, I don't know how y'all feel. I'm scared.
I think honestly, I think we got it in the bag, but I always no, I'm serious. I think we got it in the bag, but I say that with the caveat that I know that they have the power to rig any and everything. So I don't trust it.
The checks in the
mail. I think if we did another popular, like the whole popular vote, I think it's definitely, Harris and Biden, but I don't discredit the fact that these people are out to steal votes and to switch things over and to lose ballots and everything else. So.
After watching that interview with my man, Dr. Boyce, not Boyce,
Boyce Watkins,
I don't know. It got me thinking. Even no matter who comes in, I feel like something else is going to happen.
Interview.
So I don't know. Yeah, the interview. So this is going to be. We're going to buckle up, as Lo used to say. You know what I'm saying? Because I even think, regardless of whether it's Democrats or Republicans, there's going to be a twist. Something's going to happen, and we just have to be ready. But like Lo said, I mean, I thought it was a layup the last time. Like, there's no way. And then I woke up like, oh, wow. So anything could happen. I mean, because this dude was throwing out, I've been hearing like, he was trying to see if he could extend his stay. Like, I'm like, now there might be a home run ball that might happen. And that might happen. I mean, you never know, because they are the same at the top. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, they are the same. Ain't no Republicans, Democrats, they the same.
Nass.
Man, y'all know how I feel. The shenanigans is still, we still got 2 weeks of some craziness that's about to pop off. So
I'm saying that.
I really don't. And when you have the president of the United States laying the groundwork for voter fraud,
right?
I mean, it sets the landscape for there to be questions about whoever the winner is. You know what I'm saying? Even if he winning, like everybody got questions on who actually won. Nobody even we don't even talk about Russia and their involvement. We know they involved. We know that they swinging votes. We know that they involved in social media conspiracies and all kind of shit. And we don't even talk about none of that stuff. So to me, it's just gonna be like a circus. I'm gonna have my drinks ready, man. I'm gonna watch this like this is like a fight night. Like this is gonna be it's gonna be an amazing. It's gonna be an amazing.
This going to overtime.
It's gonna be super.
This ain't going into regulation.
All my friends are gonna be there. It's gonna be super amazing. All my friends will be there.
Hey, Lo, you know what we gonna be at November 4th, dog.
Oh man, listen. Matter of fact, bro, listen. I'm gonna go ahead and give me a Twitter now. I'm like,
Right.
You should.
I ain't got no Twitter yet, but I will be a member of the tweeters come midnight
Man,
before.
listen. At
But
the rate we going, man, we might not know. They might make it a game show, and then we won't know who the president is till inauguration day. We're gonna be looking at who
Not
comes
a
out the White
game
House
show.
like,
You ain't lying.
hold on,
like we don't know.
hold on. Like I've been saying, these mail-in ballots, the checks in the mail. How do you know? Do they tell you it has to be cut off by a certain time?
He's setting the stage. He's setting the stage for even if he lose, it's gonna be like,
He
of
gonna
course I lost. Look at what happened. Look at folks was voting twice.
What you
Folks was
think?
Yeah.
Where we at with it, man?
Hey man, I'm just here, man. I'm just here, dog.
I got
I'm
you.
gonna be here when if he get reelected. I'm gonna be here. I don't matter. I
Ain't nothing you
mean,
can do.
I live in DC, so I don't want to say nothing to get my ass in trouble. But I mean, it's fragile right now. I'll say that.
Yeah,
Every all the norms of what you think is fragile. Trust me.
For sure. So again, as I was saying, good people, just go vote, please. I mean, and when we say vote or die, we mean it. Like,
with the pandemic,
I'm swearing to vote. I'm gonna be very specific. Please vote for Joe Biden. I'm not saying go vote. Go vote for Joe Biden.
That's
Kamala Harris
on November 3rd.
That don't mean you believe in Joe Biden.
No, I'm just saying.
Just go vote for Joe Biden, please.
Hey, listen, and let me tell you something. This bullshit idea that I don't believe. We all do shit in our life that we don't want to do. We pay taxes to some dude that we ain't never met before. You know what I'm saying? When we was kids, we had to go to church because our parents told us to. It was a lot of shit you had to do in life because you ain't want to. Nigga, this is one of them times.
One of them times.
Mass up to the fucking polls,
right?
And go vote for Joe Biden, and then we'll figure it out afterwards.
We will figure it out later.
No doubt. And speaking about votes, a lot of people cast their votes, for I guess they call it the GOAT. Now, let's do a little GOAT talk for a sec, because we have King James, just four of them. He got his fourth one. Now, I mean, let's really understand what King James is. LeBron James, in case you know who King is, who just went through the bubble of a 12-month season and brought home a trophy to the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, after obtaining this trophy, there's been a lot of backlash. Some people don't agree that the bubble was real. Some people think like, well, Steph was hurt, Clay was hurt, Kyrie was hurt, KD was out, all these different things. So I think LeBron said the best, up on that platform. I mean, this is about respect. I don't know exactly what how we got here, just with the disrespect of LeBron. You know what I mean? Like he does everything right. Outside of him and Barack, I can't. Every black man, they put dirt on him. You can't find no dirt on Barack. You can't find nothing LeBron. But yet, still to this day, all these naysayers just act like what he's doing just isn't next to godly. So, really, I mean, shout out LeBron. That's my guy, 100 grand. And I just want to take time out and talk about this bubble. And let's get some GOAT talk about LeBron James and what he accomplished, winning in his 17th year playing at a high level, winning the finals MVP, his fourth championship in year 17. And I'm going to go straight to Chicago on this one. Ameen.
I'm going to pass. You're going to have to save me for last because your criteria all over the place. You talking about his personal life versus his basketball career. So I'll let somebody else go first.
Mylo, you a LeBron fan? You're a LeBron fan, I take it.
Who? Who a LeBron fan?
I'm talking about Mylo.
Oh yeah, I mean,
that presentation he just did. I was like,
Listen, man.
I mean, look. Go ahead. Somebody go ahead first, because
No, I was just about to say.
I want to hear. I want to hear all the stuff. So go ahead.
I am a huge LeBron fan myself, but I'm gonna keep mine very, very short and sweet. I mean, because I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't look at the numbers, man. The numbers don't lie. That's all I'm gonna say. The numbers don't lie. And I mean, I've heard this phrase before. My coach used to use. I hear a lot of people use it. The best ability is availability. Them dudes is hurt. So you can't bring up, oh, this person hurt. Hey, well then stay healthy. My dude, this is 17th year. He's still playing. You know what I mean? I mean, that's unfortunate, but the numbers don't lie. He here in another finals, in another conference, in another city, with another coach, and another team. And he's back. I mean, it's like it's normal. We become normalized on what he do. And I think that's where all the
for granted
the naysayers to come through. I mean, this dude balls out, and that's not to knock. My thing is, and me and my brother, I mean, we've had many discussions like this, you know, and my stance has always been in the defense of what LeBron does, never the comparison or the knock on what somebody else has, what somebody else has accomplished. You know, this dude is undeniable, man. I mean, look it up. So I'm gonna just listen to what y'all have to say, because I mean,
Yeah, I'll jump in, man. As long as we can leave the GOAT shit out of it, because the GOAT ain't got nothing to do with this. But big shout out to LeBron, man. What they did was epic. What they did was epic. Man, being locked away in the bubble. What was their name, man? For like 4 months, however long. No access to family. None of that shit. And still being able to come out and perform in COVID, and all the tragedy that they had on top of losing Kobe and everything. And it's Bron's 17th year, man. He dominated and led them to a championship. I think that's good. I think that's dope. I mean, can't take nothing away from it. Much respect to Bron. As much as Lo want me to be a LeBron hater, I ain't got no hate for Bron. Like, Bron is who he is, man. He's all time. He's up there, huh? No, I ain't. Not a Bron hater. No, not a Bron hater, man. Much love to Bron. Me and Bron got money together, man. So I ain't got no problem with Bron, man. It's all love on this side for Bron, man. Shout out to that man. Give him his respect. That's it.
What's up, Ohio?
Well, I will say this. I mean, I can't even tell you that I'm a numbers girl. Like, I know what kind of numbers he put up. I do know he's an excellent basketball player, and I'm a root for him because he's state of Ohio. But because I grew up in the era in the 90s when people used to just lead with the teams they were on and affect change that way. I can't give him the GOAT right now, because I believe that the GOAT is Michael Jordan. But I mean, he's a phenomenal player. Phenomenal. And he did earn all of those great kudos, wonderful, but hopping around from different places. I like to see people lead from where they're at and be able to bring, I think part of leadership is bringing people up. And being able to change and make those adjustments with the folks that you have with you. That's, to me, is a great leader, being able to affect change in people that are around you. But
wow.
But Mila, to be fair,
wow.
back then they didn't have free agency like they do now. Free agency changed the game. It gives
but you also got.
It allows the player to have a little bit more power
back then
in their and you know what I'm saying, in their future, and deciding on where they want to play, as opposed to being a slave to the rhythm. But
they have that decision on their own to stay or to go.
That's true. But because of free agency, you don't have a core group of guys that you can work with for 8 to 10 years. These guys are being replaced and moved all the time based off of, the contracts and all of this other stuff. And so, sometimes they'll get rid of a guy that they want on the team just based on the fact that his contract is heavy. that didn't happen back then. You know what I mean? You stayed with the core for a minute.
Got that.
But I understand what you're saying. I came from that era. Michael Jordan was the GOAT. Is the GOAT.
Yeah.
It's hard to have this conversation because it's
you on wax, baby.
Listen, I'm
Yes,
just
you're
saying.
right.
I mean, you know, it's like saying that it's like the whole with Mike Tyson beat Muhammad Ali. I mean, you can have that conversation all day long, but the reality is, it's two different eras, two different beasts. Like, it was a rough NBA back then. Like, it was real deal Holyfield. Like, these guys get almost a free step to the. I mean, it's a different game. It's a completely different game. Two different eras. But you can't deny what LeBron has done. We already know what Mike has done. He's imprinted on a culture. Even shit, he ain't played basketball in 20 years. This dude is still one of the most recognized names in the world, like just based on his shoes alone. Like, he's pushed the culture forward as far as basketball, hip hop, all of that. Like, but then you fast forward, I feel like LeBron is the closest thing to Muhammad Ali that we probably have had. Like, a dude that has been able to speak up, use his power, use his leverage, you know what I'm saying? Like, affect change on a mass scale. I mean, the businesses that he has, the black people that he employs, like this, I mean, yeah, I don't, like you said, I mean, you can't, you know, we can't really have a conversation off the floor, but on the floor, I mean, LeBron is LeBron. You got to give him, I mean, 17 years in the game, coming straight from high school. Coming straight from high school with the expectation that no other player in league history has ever
Pressure
had.
make diamonds.
And not only did he live up to the expectation, he's exceeded those expectations. Who would think that this dude would be in a final almost every year he's been in the league? He's been in a final almost every year. He's been in the league.
We definitely take Bron for granted, though.
Yeah, thank you. And actually, I got a question for you after this, Ms. Mila. But I'm gonna let Brother Burton speak for a second.
I mean, look, man, look. I've been watching basketball since I was 5 years old, bro. So, I mean, I'm just going to give you a perspective of if we're talking about basketball, I ain't talking about what he do outside of basketball. We're talking about between the lines.
Facts.
It's a lot of motherfuckers in the NBA that are great. It's a lot of motherfuckers that are superstars and Hall of Famers. So I'll put LeBron in the class of Hall of Fame. He's a superstar. He's an all-time great. I'm not going to put a number to it because it's too many niggas that paid their dues that you're going to just leapfrog him over all these motherfuckers that have dominated this sport. But I mean, if you're asking for my opinion, I mean, it's going to be a certain bias, and I'm not going to sit here in front. I mean, my GOAT, that nigga got 2 3-peats, which is probably one of the hardest things you can do in any sport. So, I mean, and like Dale said, it's unfair that we comparing people because we need shit to talk about in the barbershop. We need shit to talk about on Twitter. We need shit to talk about on fucking ESPN with dumbass Kendrick Perkins looking like a country Bama. Talking shit he don't know. You know what I'm saying? His young ass don't know no shit about basketball. He was a fucking role player. But that I don't even want to get on that. But my point is this. LeBron, for his era, he's the greatest. He's the king. But I mean, to quote my nigga Charlemagne, Jordan is a basketball god. I mean, there's only 2 players that have done what he's done. So, I mean, I heard the quote of look at the numbers. Let's look at the numbers. If we're going to do comparisons, which is unfair, you can't do that because, I mean, Mike's numbers is crazy in his era. He was dominant, just like LeBron's numbers is crazy in his era. But
that's what I mean. We pick and choose that conversation. I mean, you're right because if you're looking at the number, look at Bill Russell. Look, ain't nobody a better champion than Bill Russell. But we don't talk about Bill Russell being the greatest champion of all time.
I'm gonna make this statement. LeBron has never had a 3-peat. He got 4 championships, but it's unfair to compare LeBron to fucking Mike. He's never done a 3-peat. He's never won back-to-back. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, come on, man. You don't think these niggas at the Hall of Fame dinner every fucking February when they behind closed doors, Magic, all these niggas that's still alive, Bill Russell, Mike, All these niggas and they sitting around with their hardware, because the only niggas that ain't saying shit is the niggas like Barkley and all these other niggas that don't have no hardware, right?
Malone.
What you think these niggas talking about? You don't think Mike walking in the room throwing shade? You don't think Magic walking in the room throwing shade? Larry Bird? Come on, man. So when we talking about GOAT shit, let's be realistic, dog. LeBron got 4 of them things. That's cool. Shaq got 4 of them things. But hey, rest in heaven, my nigga Kobe got 5 of them things, right? And he got a 3-peat. And that don't get talked about. We don't put that shit on the pedestal. So let's be fair, man. That's why I don't like talking about this shit. Niggas look at all the fucking cosmetics and what's on ESPN and what's being presented from a media standpoint, but they not dissecting dominance.
Nah, that ain't fair though, me. That ain't fair. I agree
I'm
with what you
telling
saying.
you, dog.
That ain't
Look,
nah, that ain't fair.
Niggas on TV selling their soul.
Nah, that ain't fair. Like, ain't nobody ain't no sheep just listening to ESPN because
LaShannon Sharp.
Listen, I don't care what Shannon Sharp said. Nah, that ain't right.
He's going after the Sharp, man.
Nah, that ain't accurate,
did you
bro.
see what this nigga did?
That ain't fair.
After the championship,
That's hilarious, man.
This nigga had a real goat on the fucking stage, hyping this shit up like the conversation is over. I'm like, are we going through the theatrics of that argument to that extent? Really? Come on, man.
All right.
All I'm saying is, man, let's not when we talk about these black icons, right? Like Dale said earlier, we have a tendency to bring motherfuckers down and use that term hate. Just because we disagree about who ain't and who is, that don't mean we hating. We all got our own fucking opinion, man. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying LeBron ain't no great player, but I mean, I have my opinions about LeBron on the court. Outside of the court, that nigga's the GOAT. He's out. Look, for philanthropy and all that shit, that nigga's the GOAT, dog. That nigga, like you said, Nas, he's gonna be recognized like Muhammad Ali when he's Bill Russell's age. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, let's just stop comparing that shit, man. Let niggas have they shit.
Well, like you said, we're gonna keep comparing them. That's barbershop talk. That's
but that ain't fair. See, you taking it out of context already because you want to push the narrative.
No, what I'm saying is it's always gonna be a conversation. That's what I'm saying. It's gonna be, we're gonna talk about the barbershop, we're gonna talk about the lunch table, we're gonna talk about it, you know what I mean, on the podcast. It just is what it is. But you know, we do have a lovely lady on the podcast tonight, you know what I mean? And I know she probably gets into sports and things like that, but you know what I mean? Let's turn it, let's make a left of the light real quick, if you will. Ms. Myla, again, thank you for joining us this evening, you know what I mean? Because you are our first lady host to ever come on to the cast, you know, so I mean, I guess you know you are our Jackie Robinson. I guess Jacqueline Robinson. I guess if you will. But you know, in this COVID era, you're a single woman, right?
Yes.
Single woman, right? I mean, and we're all, you know, pretty much married, you know, men, you know, or.
Congratulations to all y'all, by the way. I love it.
Yeah. And I don't want to reveal your age or anything like that.
I'm 41.
You're 41?
Oh, damn. Okay. Hey.
Oh, so are you saying you're a grown ass woman? Is that what you're saying?
I'm a grown ass woman.
Damn. So we've had conversations in the past. I'm sure you've done seen, you know, our past podcasts with, you know, grown as women, you know, being, you know, happily single, you know, and I don't get every day. I don't get to talk to like just a single woman, you know, just being my day-to-day life.
As you should not.
Yeah. I'm interested to know, why are you single, Myla? I mean, that's just, if you will.
Am I single? Well, I haven't always been single.
Damn.
I was part of the married crew at one point in time, and unfortunately, it didn't work out. So divorce happens. But I am currently single because not y'all, but your segment, your group, they on some fuck shit.
Let's talk about that.
That's that right here. I was.
I mean,
Are you
Break that
talking
down.
about? Yeah, break that down. Can you break that down?
that would mean specifically when I say y'all segment. So I would say black men, black, because I prefer. You know what I'm saying? I prefer my brothers. They ain't nothing like y'all, but y'all on some bullshit. Like the single ones is on some bullshit. Like,
What we do?
Bullshit is in like
What we do? I'm confused.
broken
Okay,
promises.
so before I make this
lying.
statement, I'm not racist or anything, but you ain't making no plans to go to Whitey, are you?
Peter.
I can't. I have had friends who have, and they're like, "Girl, you just need to get your white man." No, I can't. First of all, I'm way too militant. I'll mess around, slip and call somebody a derogatory name in a heartbeat.
All right,
I can't roll. You know what I'm saying? I need my unit. Like I need my man to represent me and what I'm doing. So if I am trying to destroy white stereotypes and mentalities with my girls, what I look like having what y'all call them in one of y'all's episodes was, I think it was like the first one. Anyway, the white boy name y'all had.
Peter.
I can't have Peter in my bed with me. You know what I'm saying? Like I just can't. So I would prefer, to have a brother with me. But it's hard trying to achieve that because, as Manasseh mentioned on a previous podcast, is that the chips are stacked against us. Half of y'all, unfortunately, are incarcerated unfairly and unjustly, in my opinion, for the most part. There's way too many. Like, I won't date anybody from the state of Georgia.
From where?
Sorry.
Damn, wait a minute.
Hold on. From where?
The state, not just the
You
city
said
of
the
Atlanta,
state
but
of
the
Georgia.
state of Georgia. Like, I just can't because there's too many fugazi type stuff going on down there. I don't know who's out the closet and who ain't. Like,
damn, Atlanta, it's all fucked up for y'all. Sorry.
And that's a real conversation. All my girls will be like, we ain't dating nobody from Atlanta. You just can't do it.
A-Town down.
Forever I love Atlanta. Dang, so Gwinnett County's out. So sorry,
Gwinnett County is out. It just can't. And I mean, and then the ones who are single and available, they're single and available to everybody. I ain't one to share. And they know this, like they understand that the pool selection for them is great.
So
and they don't really.
Is this our age group? I mean, are you like where's your dating pool at? Is it like? Can you give me like an age group that you feel this way about?
No,
give us a range. Give us a range.
It's funny. I would say from 35 because I'm 40, so maybe 36 now. So 5 years below and 10 years up.
Sugar daddy still on deck.
Sugar daddy from me now is a little older though.
Well, you said 10 years older, right?
I think sugar daddy status is older than that, maybe.
Okay. For the record, me and Nas, we're 44, 45 years old.
Y'all ain't sugar daddies.
But I mean, you're
50.
41, so you talking about 51? 51 ain't sugar daddy?
I'm talking about 50 and beyond is sugar daddy status.
I just want to make sure.
Oh yeah.
But 50 old. Shit.
Oh wait,
50
Jamila,
You almost a sugar daddy, dog.
Congrats.
Jamila, back to your statement when
Shut up, Bill.
You said the single guy is he's single for everybody, right?
Mm-hmm. Facts. Literally, okay. And I ain't giving none of my exes any airtime right now, so forget it. But I was literally just in a relationship for like the last year, but previous we had other encounters, so it's much longer than that year. But only to find out, so he was literally, I think we had a conversation about having COVID bays or whatever. We were in quarantine together, and the minute it lifted up, I found he's hollering at a bunch of other chicks, and the first opportunity he gets, he goes and steps out.
Oh.
Really?
Damn.
So how do we get I guess that's just one instance. I'm trying to figure out how do you broad all men in that category though? I mean, like, is this something
I have all of my friends, when I say all of them, the majority of my friends are single. We have the same war stories. And I'm calling them war stories because you're literally seeing people destroyed behind some of these relationships, enough to where they are taking up arms with the others. So
Right. So let me ask you this. So do you have like a checklist? The expectation checklist? I mean, your friends like say, I need X, Y, Z. Oh, you're
Qualifications.
smiling. You smiling. Hold on now. You
And I want to add to that though, Lo. I want to add to that question. And has that checklist changed over time?
Good question.
Absolutely. So my checklist is not as nearly as long as it was at one point in time, and it's not as nearly as long as my friends. So literally right now, I just need you to be an upstanding, honest person with a good heart who doesn't smoke.
Jeez.
Those
That's
three
real.
criteria right there, huh? Just three.
That's so.
I mean,
sad.
those are deal breakers.
That's smoking.
Those are deal breakers because I need to be
breaker.
able to trust you. I need to be able to communicate with you, and I need to be able to kiss you.
Hey,
Okay.
Hey,
So I was
right,
gonna say,
hey,
this.
Jamila.
Wait a minute. So I was gonna
lie
say
to
this.
me. Just don't smoke around me. Shit. I don't like that smoking shit either, man.
So I was
I
gonna
want you
say
lying
this.
to me.
I was
So
gonna say this, man. Like, so damn, you didn't even bring up credit, baby mama.
kids,
Well, I mean, those are other things, but I'm saying those are the big ones. Like, I feel like anything else we might be able to work with, but those are the big three. Like, I need your character being
you got child support.
Oh, wait a minute, hold on. But we the major one, a fucking job, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm not taking care of nobody. I definitely need you to have a job. Yeah. I mean, those things like, not having a million baby mamas and a job. I mean, to me, that's just like obvious, but we can't even get past the first three. Are you a person of upstanding character? And you're not. Like, these folks is out here lying. Like, folks lying about kids they got, don't got. Folks is lying about women they got and don't got. Like, we can't get past that part to figure out what we can and can't work with.
So this is a money question right here. I'm gonna hit this on the money.
I'm glad because I have some notes about y'all's money conversation.
I haven't done this in a long time.
Oh shit!
oh wow.
So look, so I'm just saying, like, what's the process of actually meeting somebody and dating?
That's
like, do you
question,
actually date?
Yes, I've dated. Jesus.
We need
Yes,
details. Like, how do you meet? I mean, where do y'all
Right,
go?
websites, church.
So
what
that's
you
the
doing?
thing. So websites, I don't do websites, and I just figured out why I don't do websites because I was scarred from way back in the day when girlfriends was on. And they say only desperate people get on the dating site. So I haven't explored that, but I got a friend who has blown up Tinder. That's her go-to thing. I haven't gotten there yet. I like organic meetings. Like, I like to be able to be somewhere, run into somebody. I'm feeling your vibe, you feeling mine. I still think, you're going to get a liar regardless, but I think it's way easier to pass some stuff off via the internet. That's just my hang up.
Hasn't this COVID thing changed that whole thing? Like,
you would think so,
down?
right? But no, I got people who are still going on dates and stuff with folks. Like,
yeah, but like, how you meeting though? If you got a mask
I'm not. I did. Well, I was in quarantine with somebody. Like, I was with somebody during, so I can't speak to that. But yeah, the internet thing, I haven't done it. I just. What was your other question, me?
Oh, I'm just saying the process. I mean, I think you described it. I mean, you said you like to do the organic, and I mean, okay, because I mean, it's just. I mean, I haven't dated in so long, so it's just weird. Like me and Nas, me, Nas and Fiji, we the same age, so it's like we're used to courtship, and like you know what I'm saying. You court a woman a little bit.
I wouldn't know what to do.
Women, the women you like, right? The women you like. So you actually go to you go out to dinner. You may go to a movie. Does that still happen? I mean,
it does, but you would be surprised at the number of people who try to have that first date in their house.
Whoa.
I'd be like, okay, we're done.
Netflix
on the first date, dude. Like, what are you talking about? No, I'm not coming to your house.
Trying to get
I don't off rip. And I mean, I appreciate you letting me know where you at with this, but no, I'm not coming to your crib like that. But there are some people that try to have those formal dates, and I appreciate those. But I'm a conversationalist. What they call them, a sapiosexual. I am literally turned on by somebody's brain. Like, if we can have a conversation, I'm like, yes. But
hold on.
The conversation will kill it.
I got to follow up.
Hold on. I got one real quick. So you said, so what if I'm a chef at a 5-star restaurant
You
and
can cook for me
right? But I'm saying is that's at my house. Like I say, hey, you know,
later.
later, really?
hmm Don't try to get me into your crib the first night. That's not that to me. That sends off way too many signals. I'm a female too. You shouldn't want me in your crib the first night. Like, I mean, of course you want me in your crib for what you're trying to do, but you don't know me. Like, you just met me.
But
Like, you open
okay.
up. That's a sacred. That's a sacred to
Well,
me.
how about-
Your
how
home is
about-
something sacred. Why would
okay,
you
hold
ask me
on.
you don't know in there?
So, but get this. So we talked about the age gaps and things like that. So that was like 40. So you're 41, right? So maybe the younger. I mean, well, I'm sorry. Let me ask you this: what's the youngest you would go?
Right now, probably like 35, 36.
Perfect, 35. So if I'm a 35-year-old chef, and this is something I want to bless you with, some red snapper. You know what I mean? I mean,
Bruh.
Snapper.
You reaching with that one, man. You reaching.
I'm just saying, if I wanna cook for you, that's not a good. Like, matter of fact, hold on. What was it on
That's way too
Boomerang?
intimate,
That ain't what she being. That ain't what she being offered though.
Hold on,
this
hold
cat-
on.
I'm being
no
offered
red
snapper and yeah.
Hold on. On these movies I've seen, it was a Boomerang.
Talking about Marcus Graham. He trying
Yeah,
to get his Marcus
But that was
Graham.
a work lunch. That was a work lunch.
Nah, that was dinner. That was dinner.
It was
That was
work.
dinner.
It was supposed to be work though.
But what I'm just
And you
saying,
see
though,
how
like,
he tried to flip that.
is it really that bad though? if I want to cook for you, I'm saying that's
Yeah, just wait.
okay.
Just wait. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, if we're gonna vibe, let me get to that point where I feel comfortable. Like, they're up here snatching black women off the streets. Like, I don't know you. I'm not coming to your crib.
Hey, Feezy, go ahead and ask your
What
question
deal at,
because I want to hear what Jay got to ask. Jay asked good questions.
Nah, I was just trying to reference something she had said earlier. I mean, we passed way
I'm about to say,
past.
Jason, be careful.
Okay.
You know me since I was 14. So
I know, right? Yeah, well, you see, that's why I'm over here chilling. So
Hold on,
yeah,
I got you.
I mean, I just think don't it's unfortunate that past experiences and maybe the climate would have you to automatically think negatively about a guy who invited you over. Because what if it's that one guy that is genuinely wanting you to come over and like Lo said, maybe cook you a meal or play a game, or do something, but because of the way things are, your brain automatically thinks that that's what he on. Now, like I said, maybe, obviously majority of the time that's what it is. So you're going to play the odds. I feel that, you know what I'm saying? So
I'm gonna say this. I don't mean to cut you off, but I actually told somebody before that y'all are easy. Like y'all are very easy. Sorry, don't take offense. Y'all are. Like you're not that complicated.
I don't like easy. I don't like easy. I like simplistic. I don't like easy because that's like.
Well, some of y'all are easy. So I get you. Y'all are
much.
Right. Y'all are simplistic when it comes to making sure y'all are good for the most part because y'all don't ask for much. But some of y'all are also easy. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all are like, if I wanted to smash on the first date, because I'm a grown ass woman, if I wanted to, I know I could. Because somebody's asking me to come over to their house, like, oh well, all I wanted from him was what he got anyway. So let me go ahead and do it. I could do that. Whereas y'all gotta kind of wait and figure that out. If you're a person of good character and good standing, you're not going to ask me to come over to your house. If you see something in me that says I want something long term and beneficial and something else beyond sex with me, then you are going to wait. That's just what you're going to do. You're not going to ask me to come over to your house. And I would know that and that would be my indication to let me know that you want something beyond that, is being able to wait until we get to that comfort level to invite me to your crib.
Right. And I was saying only after, assuming that there already been some, some conversations and you've kind of, but yeah, most definitely. I mean,
and I have folks have done that one before, like, hey, won't you, let's go hang out. All right, where? All right, we good. Nope.
But I'll get you in the deal right after this. But I truly believe that you probably need to I don't know, think it a little differently. You know what I mean? Why don't you call it out? That person say, hey, well, what are your intentions? You know what I mean? Because this is how I feel about coming over there. You know, you're trying to bring on something that I'm really interested in. You know, because it could truly be someone's intention. Just want that's their safe haven. That's their, you know.
What about my safe haven though? You're supposed to be able to protect me.
But no. What I'm saying is, but
true.
I was talking about the communication.
Yeah.
Yes, that's your safe haven too. But I'm saying is, have you ever communicated that? Say, hey, I'm not really comfortable with that, rather than just being turned off. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I'm already turned off, but I do communicate. I communicate everything. I'm a communicator. That's what I do. So if I'm feeling some kind of way, I'm not going to hold it, at least not for a long length of period, a long length of time. I'm going to say eventually, I'm not liking the vibe on this because of X, Y, Z. And
Man,
you can't understand and respect it.
If he feeling you, it ain't gonna be a problem in the world. It ain't gonna be nothing wrong with waiting, and that's what he gonna do. You know what I'm saying?
And some people have. Some people have like, you know what? I feel that. I respect it. And no, yeah. And
look at Love stupid.
I can't stand you.
Go ahead, Dale.
Come on, Dale. Come on with the heat.
So check it. So, with your checklist, what is your standards for employment from the guy that's courting you? Do you discriminate? If my man bagging groceries at the grocery store,
yeah, that's a 15-year-old's job. Come on, yeah.
Ooh,
see,
you got to understand. So, and I'm a, you know what? Let me just dive into this because I got
Come
some
on,
notes.
break that down.
From episode 8.
Great
Black
question.
family is the black family dead, and you and Mylo were talking about how we need to lower our standards and all this mess. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I am a 41-year-old woman. I don't need somebody who's trying to get to a certain level. Maybe at 20, we could do that. 20, we could build something. I could work with you. We can build something. We can maybe, figure out what needs. But at 40, nah.
Mila, get him. Get him. Look at Mylo. Look at Lolo over there hiding.
This clip. And that's not to disrespect anybody. Like, let me tell you. So I've dated somebody who's a teacher. I love that too, because he's about kids. So I dated somebody that was a teacher, great dude, but he knew how to manage his money. So that wasn't a problem. And I'm not a gold digger, so we don't have to worry about that. But I don't want somebody who I have to build up at this point. I'm 40.
But at the same time, maybe that's what it takes.
That's not what it takes. I disagree with
Hold on.
Let me clarify. I need to clarify.
Go ahead, Dale.
I need to clarify. All I'm saying was
Deion Sanders.
You can't shut the brother down just because you hear that he a garbage man or whatever.
I won't. Are you a garbage man with good credit though?
Yeah.
Are you a garbage man who knows how to manage finance? Who's going to send me into a poorhouse?
But how do we know if the garbage man has potential? If
ambition,
if we give him a shot
at this. But she's saying though, at this point in a woman's life, we don't have time to be trying to get your credit right, my G. We ain't got time to be trying to figure out. At 40, my dude, you still got to get. But listen, man, this is that baby boy syndrome. This is these dudes who ain't really men, who been pump faking like men for a really long time, and now the chickens is coming home to roost.
Hey man, shout out to my niggas that's getting their life together at 40, dog. It's some niggas that's slowly getting it together.
So hold on, real quick. So, I'm disappointed in all y'all right now.
Man, I'm disappointed in you. I'm disappointed in you.
Let me tell you why. Y'all know the struggle, and y'all know the struggle what a black man goes through with employment, trying to move up in his company, trying to put his best foot forward,
got a record.
Listen, putting 120% in each day when Peter's only putting 6% in and
Tell
getting
him,
promoted.
Tell him.
Hey man, I'm playing the smallest
violin. So hold on.
And let me tell you, but to be honest, even with all that, I still, because I believe in God, so we still take the extra footing, the extra effort to figure those things out. Figure out what's the circumstances behind some of this stuff. And when we figure out you just ain't doing shit, You just deciding that you're not going to advance yourself. You just deciding that you're going to live off of every chick that you come in contact with. Like, that's real. Like, that's, or did you just out here slinging your piece at everybody? Like, there's just.
So look.
No, we don't have, like Nat said, we don't have time.
Mila, I got you. Check this, because I mean, this hit me home when you said that, right? Because I mean, Dale, I get your example. How many of y'all got sisters on this in our circle? I got an older sister, right? I mean, I think Jay don't have a sister. I think probably the only one, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say this: I got an older sister, right? And I actually one of my sister was I didn't have a big brother, so I mean, she was my big brother and sister at the same time, and I looked up to my sister, right? So when my sister, finally got into the dating and all that, and she would bring dudes around. As a little bruh becoming a man, I had an expectation of what that was supposed to look like, right? Because I had my father as the ultimate role model, but I had my sister to be like, okay, whatever the teachers my parents gave her when she went out and met dudes, you know what I'm saying? It was an expectation, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't no niggas coming. Like, I mean, like when my sister was in college and she graduated, she was a professional. She wasn't fucking with no niggas that was bagging groceries and shit. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I can do that shit, and I'm the same age. Or you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the fuck is this dude? So I can feel that point. And then secondly, like my sister, I mean, she's had relationships with guys and shit, and I can understand the angle. I mean, yeah, I mean, women. I'm not saying we perfect, and I'm not saying we all rotten apples, but I mean, they deal with a lot of our bullshit, like to Nass's point, man. Some niggas out here like motherfucker Tyrese and Baby Boy tripping, living with their moms. They ain't got their shit together. And then when they finally try to get their shit together, it's like this expectation, like a woman is supposed to accept that. And I'm gonna ask y'all with sisters, right? Your sister and your mama or your even your baby girls, because y'all got daughters. Some of y'all is girl dads. Is your daughter supposed to accept that shit?
Listen. I'm on the fence with it, because on one side, she in your 40s, there should be your floor shouldn't be that low. You should have a very high floor at 40. You know what I'm saying? You might be on your low end. Now, on the other end, everything is circumstantial, which comes back to building and talking and communicating with one another, because you don't know. Just, I mean, like Lo said, I mean, you don't know what specifically happened, because Baby Boy, that's different. That nigga was lazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he been catered to, you know what I mean? But, there's people that got a record, been locked up, yeah, maybe they did make the mistakes to get them there, but now they're out and they trying to make it happen. So to you coming in as a brand new young lady, you might see him, working, whatever, driving a little FedEx truck and already dismissing. But you don't know the story. He might be a good dude because he might be grinding. He might be working hard.
Might have a bomb plan going.
You know what I'm saying?
I got the money question.
He might be rock solid. It just might take some time for you to get to know him and understand his situation. And then you be like, oh man, because he got that hustle in his eye and his grind too, but you aren't going to know that up front, So
yeah, you know that after a conversation, and that's what I typically do. I give people an opportunity to explain that.
Have to be careful at, coming to that judgment too soon, that premature, because you got to take time, and that also you can't just sit back and expect the dude to always want to know you and do what you do is into you. You got to take time to get to know him, ask questions. You know what I'm saying? Ask questions.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
I got the money. I got the money question.
What you got?
So Jamila, I mean, what? I guess the question is, what's that salary got to look like? How much the man got to make a year?
You know what? I don't have salary requirements.
Well, no,
I don't. I'm not like, oh, I need somebody with six figures.
But hold on. So that person bagging them groceries can be getting, 40, 50, 60 a year. I mean,
he's not. Is he slinging drugs or something? What are you talking about bagging groceries, Mylo?
I'm talking about, listen.
He making 15.
You
He
gotta have
making
a
$12, $15 an hour.
Look, man.
You gotta
He
have a
making
number in your
50.
head, like man. You gotta like.
Nah, man.
He
Listen,
making like
man,
22.
This is my issue though. This is my issue with that mindset is that.
The garbage man.
And I know I'm gonna catch heat. I'm gonna catch heat for it, but I'm all right with that. But this idea, man, like that we gotta ask black women to endure more. Like they want really like they have to cut back more of their expectation. They have to cut back more of their willingness to have somebody to just be honest and truthful and upfront.
Yo.
Like that's like it, a lot of these women are. And the problem that I have too is like it ain't like black women have abandoned niggas. Like they still holding us down. They still in these relationships that they don't want to be in because cats is whack as hell and they ain't got no drive, no money. They always got some little scheme that they come on, man. I ain't saying everybody, but I'm saying like there's a lot. And it ain't women's responsibility to have to like build you up as a fucking man. Like you got to do that shit on your own, bro. You got to go to therapy, deal with your shit that whatever happened to you when you was a child and not having
We
got to deal with that on our own cognizance, man. That's not fair to keep asking them to chip away at their soul to just take whatever nigga come along. Like
that's literally our conversation. I am not your therapist. Like, because that's what we're dealing here. Like, you've already done enough and gotten yourself to this point. And now I'm supposed to come back and heal you. I got my own shit I gotta heal from too. Like I'm supposed to heal you too.
I can't wait for the girl dads on this motherfucking group when they daughters get to that age.
And you want them to date a bagger? Well, no, Mylo, you got boys.
I'm looking at Dale right now.
Oh, you can look at me.
Them two princesses he got, and he didn't put all that time and effort into them beautiful young ladies, and they get to a certain point.
Dale, you're going to tell your daughters what to expect too. My dad is 71. He's gonna be like, no. My uncles, they like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, they
look,
nah.
Giselle's not bringing home the nigga from the fucking from Kroger, nigga.
Straight up. Listen, she said that she said what I expected her to say. She said that she has a conversation with him. The conversation dictate a lot. I was just trying to get the point across, like, you know, just don't shut the door down on a nigga just because
I won't. I can't. I love because we love, and though for those of us speaking for black women who for real love y'all black men, we would never shut that door. We want to figure out, because we do understand that there are certain circumstances that might prevent y'all from being able to advance as much as your counterparts. We get that. We understand that. We wish y'all afforded us some of the same understanding, but you know, whatever. Yeah. And so we'll have those conversations. I'm not from as much stuff as I order FedEx do.
Right.
And look, I was one of the guys bagging groceries, so I understand where y'all coming from, son. I made it. I'm matured, son.
I made it.
Hey, Mila, I'm gonna take you off the hot seat for a second. I mean, I know you might have something that you want to hit us with.
Oh, heck yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let Feezy answer all them questions.
You're like me. No. So I want these. So I was telling Nash earlier that, you know, just so I had some, you know, good understanding, I went back and did like a marathon of some of the stuff that y'all did. Because of course I've already watched a good portion of y'all's podcast. There was something that like really stood out. And there was something me and some of my girls had conversations about afterwards.
Oh man.
And that body count conversation.
Shit. Hey man, we be talking about some shit on here. God damn.
We do.
We will, you know, the female delegation would like to understand.
What do we say?
Right.
I can tell you. Hold on one second.
Hey, Dale. I told her, I was like, man, I don't remember half the shit I be talking about.
Oh my God, dog. She did a whole goddamn audit, nigga.
I told y'all niggas. I told y'all.
Damn. So a lot of y'all were sitting in like, you know, self-ego land. Like y'all like, yeah, I just can't. I think it was Geno threw out 20 and everybody ran with that number. We're like, oh, that's the threshold. And Dale, I think it was you that said, you know, the older woman gets that body count might go up, and that might be a deal breaker for you.
Did I say that? No.
You did say
Wait a minute.
that.
What did I say?
You did.
Oh,
She got receipts.
And,
She got
Why his voice
receipts.
so
She
high?
came with
Oh,
receipts, y'all.
Okay, I remember I said I was saying that I was saying like the body count doesn't matter at a certain point when they get older, because when they get older, it's just like, I mean,
no, that's not what you said.
that is what.
But it's okay. It's okay.
You gotta quote me.
Okay.
What?
And Jay Fierce was trying to make the correlation between the number. He was like, a woman might have had 5 inside of 1 year and like 15 over a bunch. Everybody was like, oh my God, like that's like it was a big deal. Well, first of all, what is the issue? Why do y'all want to even know? Like, as much as y'all know, y'all are visual. I think I can't remember which one said that y'all have flashbacks about the best man were do standing at the altar. And he imagined, like, if y'all know that's where you go, why do you want to know how many people your wife or your girlfriend, whatever, is?
I do remember
all of y'all.
man.
That's
a
good
man.
question.
Best man mention.
I remember my
That's a man's being a man. A man, before I drive this car, before I buy this car, I mean, has the oil been changed? How many times the oil been changed? And new tires? I mean, motherfuckers need to know.
But shouldn't the only thing you want to know is if there's a clean Carfax on that joint?
Lo, did you just describe a woman like R. Kelly?
Like he's
You
yeah.
remind me of my
Hey.
Yeah, and that's okay. For the purpose of this, I'm gonna meet you where you at. You should only need a clean Carfax. You should not need to know how many folks you've been with.
You gotta understand.
But hey, Jamila,
You can buy a salvage title too now. You know what I mean?
but hey, Jamila, hey, real facts though. It is a limit though. Like,
okay,
it's a limit.
I'm not gonna say it's a limit because I know people that's it's kind of high. The mileage is kind of high.
Hold on. What's high?
Okay.
But y'all were almost at a hypocritical. I didn't say almost. I think somebody did say it's a double standard. So if a woman had as many people, but why? Why? If you have had just as much as she has had, then why is it a problem for you?
Man, I live by double standard.
Y'all better than us. Y'all,
right. Yeah, listen.
We're better than y'all.
We put y'all on a pedestal.
Remember, our mothers. It's the motherly thing. So you want to be like, okay, this is my boo. She's like my mom a little bit, and then you don't want to be like, wait a minute, what? They'll say, oh, nah, like, you know what I'm saying? So, but my question to you, hold on, I got a question for you though.
Okay.
So, what's your number? What's the body count number?
You're
for you?
right. Come on.
You don't have a number?
Why would I? First of all, if I did, why would I tell y'all? Oh, you mean for myself? You're not asking for my body count.
Like if you're dating somebody or you about to date somebody.
I don't want to know. I want to know that you don't have any STDs, that you're not about to give me nothing. I'm already know about how many kids you got. So if you one of them jokers out there with 5 kids and 5 baby mamas, I know you at least got 5. But I don't care. I just want to know that you ain't gonna give me
that. As long as you ain't giving me that high five or something.
Thank you. Thank you.
Entertain the thought. Let's do a hypothetical, right? Let's be honest. Like 25, is that too much?
She ain't asking.
50.
I'm not even asking. I'm not asking. I wouldn't.
She ain't asking.
She ain't asking, bro.
I'm just saying, man.
How many diseases you got is what I would. How many diseases you have is my question. Do you have any diseases? Like what? That's what I'm saying.
Hopefully 0. Shit.
Hopefully yes, but that's not the truth. That's not the truth out here.
Hopefully 0.
Niggas ain't living out here about
that would be the hope. But if you out here banging chicks and you're not being responsible, how do y'all believe anything a woman tell you anyway?
So has a guy actually said like, yeah, shit, I've been burned a couple times. To
me, no.
No, I mean, I didn't know. Like this, you said like I didn't know how many times. I mean, like if the clap, I know.
Well, I know. Before we get to that point, I'm asking for a full
medical record. I need
a thing. Hold on. Before you get.
No, you don't.
What are you talking for real? I don't.
Are you serious?
What I have is precious. It's not getting jacked up for somebody. No, I want to know. I want a full medical thing. What they call it? It's not a culture. It's the whole thing. Yeah, I want to report.
Oh shit!
I need to see that before we get into the bed.
Is that what goes on these days?
You have to. Folks is walking
add
around
that
with
to your
stuff.
checklist.
Yes.
You didn't put that on your checklist.
Man, look.
The medical.
That, yeah, but that comes later. But yeah,
and she got to scribble out the last one was on there and put COVID on there too, just in case.
Yeah.
Nah, COVID, it don't stick with you. You ain't got to put that on there. That's one.
Yeah, I'm not. I just don't want my girl messed up.
Hey, no, hold on. Like seriously, like maybe I'm naive, right? So people really bring like a bill of health.
Or you're not getting inside of it. Yeah, I got a friend who's a nurse, and I don't even say she gets it in, but she does her thing, and she requires that every single time. Yes.
Are you okay? Well, okay. All right.
Man.
Listen, so baby, listen. Hold on.
You talking to your wife?
Listen. So does that mean I can hit it raw if I gotta? Listen. If I bring my bill of health.
No, we're still wrapping it up.
I just
want to know, because you do understand though that there are sexually transmitted diseases that can come without you having a condom on. Like herpes can be passed to somebody without a condom. Like there are other things.
But if y'all both clean, y'all clean.
No.
The woman show you my medical history. Like, what is my benefit?
We need to be in a committed relationship for me to get there. No.
Hey, Lo, I was right with you, dog.
Got her standards, bro.
I'm confused. There's no way in hell I'm bringing.
Lo, where you think what era do you think you live in?
Thank you. Well, he's married, so you shouldn't be.
Yeah, like you
that.
just.
I said I'm naive. Listen, I'll be ignorant to this new shit. I don't know. I'm okay with it. I've never. These women got to be out here careful. These dudes out here, faking with
grinding.
They put a penis in their mouth and they don't think that they gay.
Whoa.
Like, there's a lot of stuff going on.
No, look. She just said the state of Georgia. She ain't fucking with state of Georgia. So, and I mean, technically,
you can't be mad at a woman trying to protect her health, bro.
It's tricky.
Again, I ain't mad, but listen, if I'm fooling somebody and I gotta go get a bill of health, that's just to get funky. You better believe we're going bareback mountain.
Oh no!
If I say no, we not. Please believe me.
No, bro.
Man.
I cannot have a girl messed up off of some dude that just trying to hit. We just.
I agree with you. Hey, listen, you should be in a committed situation where I know that we kind of exclusive.
And even then, like I said, I was just with somebody who I thought we was in a committed relationship, and boom, still. So no, I can't.
It's a new day because I ain't gonna lie, man. I almost feel like I would want something like that from her. You know what I mean? Like shit,
as you should.
You know what I'm saying?
You should be protected with your stuff too.
I'm not going to necessarily knock that at all.
How does that conversation happen? What do you say? Like, is it a text message? Is it over a drink?
I've actually had that conversation. Yeah, I would say I've actually had that conversation. It's been years since I've had a conversation, but I've had that conversation upon like when we were really starting to feel each other. It's like, all right,
What did he say? He was all right.
Well, he was agreeing because he was just as protective of his stuff as I was.
No, what I'm saying is was it just like, oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, all right.
I mean, it was a requirement to be with me. And if you don't want, so I'm okay. Because I ain't gotta give it to you. But
I got a car.
Hey, Mila, hey, look, let's get off this topic, man. Hey, go back to that book. I want what else you get in that book?
So we were talking about.
I gotta go to find my episode to see what the fuck I said. I'm still over here tripping.
So in the I think it was the all black everything episode. And guys, we're talking about, and this is not on no relationship stuff. We was talking about y'all made a comment about Serena Williams and her husband. And y'all were talking about how like Nike had done so much. It was in the midst of George Floyd stuff, and y'all were talking about, right? And y'all made a comment about somebody made a comment. Now that I didn't know who made a comment about Serena and her husband, and
me.
It was you, Phil.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for holding that. I don't know. Anyway, so pretty much it was kind of like I just lose my train of thought. Go back to it. Yeah, so y'all were talking about Nike, Reddit, Serena,
I
and her
basically
husband. And somebody said something about her husband, being a white dude or whatever in a comment. I kind of veered off for a hot second, but went back to it. But I was talking about her husband, a white dude, and that, her kind of like leaving black men or something of the sort. And with the stats that Manasseh threw out,
I didn't
y'all
say
saw
that.
I think it was actually Mylo. But anyway, with the stats that Manasseh threw out, and here you go behind that mic. Why would y'all be mad? Now, I personally wouldn't, but why would you be mad with those numbers? Everything, the decks is literally stacked against black women. Why do we have to conform to what it is y'all want us to do when it comes to? You should just be happy that somebody is loving and caring, loving on us and caring about us. I just told you I'm having a hard time. So not to say, like I said, I just can't do it. I won't veer in the other direction. But for those of the sisters who do, what would y'all be too upset considering that, y'all ain't exactly handling business the way that y'all should be?
It's funny you brought that up because, like, me and my wife, we watched the Uncensored on Aspire or one of them joints on cable, and Eve came on, right?
Yeah.
And man, my wife was like, "Why are you uncomfortable, man?" Because I was just like, "Man, Eve went from Rough Riders to, you know what I'm saying? She went from, being in the culture to England. Like she went over and married a Brit." And I was and I'm looking at the family photos and shit. And I mean, I'm not saying I wasn't uncomfortable, but I was just like, damn, she won, but did she win? You know what I'm saying? Like,
but if
it looks so awkward. It looks so awkward. And I mean, if you flip the coin, especially like the Jewish cultures and all like Ethiopian cultures, a lot of the tribes, right? They try to keep the blood within their blood, right? So I mean, if you look like the outsider, it just looked weird. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't really trying to hate on Eve. I mean, I'm happy that she's happy. I mean, she came from the slums. She from Philly.
She's from Philly.
She came from the bottom.
But please also remember though, so with the numbers that Manasseh so wonderfully provided, the population of y'all that is single, some of y'all won't date sisters.
Right, yeah.
So can you really be mad if we have? I mean, y'all should want us happy. And this is actually the Mylo, because you don't want to kind of say something. So, what are your thoughts?
Yeah. Since the numbers are so low from picking, I mean, like, what are these women supposed to do?
Well, I think Serena is a little different. You know what I mean?
How so? Because she did a comment and a couple other people. Brothers before
well, I'm saying Serena for one. I mean, coming from, Oakland, coming from where she came from, and being a goddess to black men. Really, yeah. Just I mean, I know I had her on my wall growing up.
Just snatch it down.
Not the front side, but her back side. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's I mean. She's just she was a goddess. She still is a goddess, and for her to give her goddessism away to someone who I don't think can appreciate her like we can. I mean, I'm saying,
really?
Let me talk. I mean, and again, I mean that may be ignorant to some. I mean, I get it, but I mean, my brain doesn't work like everybody else's, but I really wish she would have, married somebody look like her daddy. I mean, is that
she
so
made
bad?
The attempt though, Mylo.
But I know she did. I know she did, and I mean, I'm happy she has a beautiful daughter with Peter. You know what I mean, and he seems to treat her well. Whatever his name is, no disrespect to that man. I mean, at all. I'm just talking, but I mean, in my mind, so I was gonna marry Serena. I mean, that's what it was. I mean,
what?
Maybe had fantasy thought he was gonna marry Serena.
Right? Yeah, maybe that kind of like put a little bitter taste in my mouth that it never happened. So I mean, when she did choose someone else, it probably was just. I mean, it's still a little bit holds a little sting in my heart.
So
but
you in your feelings. That's what you're trying to say.
Clearly.
A little Drakish, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? But no, I have. Let me say this. So, because I think a couple episodes might have portrayed me the wrong way. So let me clear that. I have.
Miller came with receipts, and you backpedaling like your boy.
Man.
You back.
I have no issues. I have no issues with interracial relationships or marriage or anything like that. I would prefer, my children to marry someone who look like they mama.
Agreed.
That's what it is. I have no issues with me. You gonna marry who you marry, you love who you love. The heart has no eyes, just has feelings. But I would prefer, to marry someone look like your mama who had the same struggles that your culture has been accustomed to, and it's easier to sit down at a dinner table and talk about the same things, whether that's struggles of your heritage and not privilege. That's just that's just me. I mean,
I agree. I totally agree.
So you saying Serena should have just dated dude Jamal from Kroger and shit?
No. But Bam Bam.
Or still been out here in these streets looking.
But Bam from 23rd though.
Bam from 20. I can't.
Bunky from round the way.
But good people. I mean, Jamila, I must say this has been an outstanding cast. I can't thank you enough for joining our platform today.
Please tell me we're not wrapping up. Are we wrapping up? Because I got one.
Oh, you got one more?
Oh, yeah, you got one more?
I have one. And it's not even anything that y'all have talked about.
Go ahead.
It's just something I want to know. So I'm a woman of a certain age, 41, as I said. And as we get older, things ain't exactly working. Y'all ain't putting in work the way that y'all used to in your 20s, right?
Oh.
So they have like fixes for that, right?
We
they
just talked about this.
They got a little blue pill called Viagra, right? And I want to know from each one of you, if your wife was like, babe, y'all had that conversation. And she's like, would you be willing to take this pill to improve our sex life? Would you do it?
That's a good question.
I'll go first. I'll go first. Hell yeah. Fuck that. Because I want to stay married and I don't want my wife going to get that motherfucking nobody else.
He said whatever it takes, Shawty, whatever it takes.
Look, let's go down to the clinic today. What I gotta lose weight? I gotta stop eating chicken. What the fuck I gotta do? Hey, let's get it. Yeah, yes.
Nas?
I'm with me. Like, I mean, thank God thus far ain't had no issues.
Let me put that out there.
Yeah, we still far away from that thing. But if it come to that and she making a recommendation, first of all, man, if your wife make a recommendation, it's what she wants.
Yep.
There's no such thing as just like this is one of my wife's favorite little lines and it mean that it's something need to be done. What do you think about? I never thought about you thinking about. I never thought about. Whatever she say after, what do you think about? That means she wants something done. Mm-hmm. And that's what it means. So if she tell you I'm thinking about it, then go ahead and do it.
Good stuff. Good advice.
Y'all being offended by it when she presented to you though?
No. Nah. I'm glad that she being honest with me, right? You know what I mean? Like,
y'all lying.
No. Would you be offended? First of all, Dale, would you take it and would you be offended?
His little ego be hurt.
Nah, you broke up. But you asking me would I do it? Yeah, I mean, if she asked me to do it, absolutely I'd do it. I mean, I'd be like, damn, what you trying to say? I mean, like
his little ego be hurt.
Bruised.
Hell yeah, nigga. Shit. Hey man, don't act like y'all niggas don't take pride in y'all dick, nigga. If your dick ain't working right,
man, if you know your dick ain't working right, then you need to man up and stop pump faking out here.
Facts.
Well,
big facts.
My
Well,
caveat. Dale is still in his 30s, so he's still got a lot. He got about
Yeah.
10 more years.
Hey
You
man,
understand?
these
Still
young,
in about
these
10
young,
to
hey, these
15.
young kids been eating too much church's chicken. They hair falling out. They dicks ain't working. They in bad shape. Trust.
well, Mila, you said you were 90s, and so you came up in the 90s. You're talking about the GOAT. You said, well, your GOAT. I'm sorry, Michael Jordan. So you should know something about Sammy Sosa,
Yeah.
Mark McGuire, Jose Canseco. You know what I mean? Listen, they've been knocking it out the park for years. Listen, and all they did was they took a little something just to get them over that hump. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man.
I'm like, where are we going with this?
Right. I'm there like,
Listen,
did they take it? Did something
I knew
happen?
it was coming.
hey,
Pause.
What are you talking about?
hell yeah, I'm a juice whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Barry
You
Bonds.
taking it?
Barry Bonds, right?
Yeah, I'm expect. Yes, if I'm married, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? I mean, cause shit, you know.
What if you ain't married? What's the matter? Shit.
Oh yeah, I guess you're right, but I mean, I don't know. I may not be. I might not invest that much time in doing all that for somebody. It's
Right.
just random.
He don't
You know what
mind
I
giving
mean?
somebody he don't know that bad.
Yeah, because honestly, you know, the 10-minute guy, he's in play with that and them moves. Shit, I only need 10 minutes and I'm out.
But don't you
know
think
what I
you
mean?
need to have a good first impression though, Fees?
Nah, but no. Hey, I'm
Not
gonna tell you
always.
something. I'm gonna tell you something. Now doing it.
Not
Look,
Not all the
always.
time. That's what I'm
Everybody.
saying.
taking that shit with somebody that ain't, you know, your wife, and you just trying to impress. What if it go all wrong? You know? Yeah.
Like bad reaction.
Yeah. I mean, just period. It's a lot of shit can go wrong.
I got you.
Yeah.
But no,
you know
Jamila,
what
we
I'm saying?
did just talk about this conversation just the other day.
I swear
Did
to God.
y'all?
Funny that you brought that up.
Where we just talked about it.
Just talked about that shit. You read our minds.
That's
Unless
some funny shit.
wait a minute, unless we got a data leak, we gotta check our
Right.
our platform producer.
No, actually, I was listening to the Breakfast Club, and somebody said that a wife called in and said that she had given it to her husband without his knowledge.
Oh yeah, I seen that shit.
And I was like,
I told you that shit happened.
Yeah, I
told
heard.
y'all that
Yeah,
shit
and I
happened.
thought about you,
like,
Fees.
folks ain't
Hold on.
talking about it first. Like, but
That happened to me,
Hold
Jamila.
on.
That happened
But
to me.
somebody gave it. Your wife gave it to you without you knowing.
Yeah, and the thing is, this wasn't a wife. This was just a chick. I mean, no, I shouldn't say that. We were
slipped you
together,
a
but
Mickey.
we weren't married or nothing like that. It was my girl, but yeah,
But still.
she put it in some food.
Has she said
And
something to you about it before? Like, hey, I think you might want to.
Nah,
Or no, she just did it.
I think she just tried to get her shit off on me. Cause
Damn.
cause trust me, I don't, I didn't, no.
Damn.
Fucked up.
Damn.
Fucked
But
up.
that could have went bad though.
Yeah, it really could have.
Yeah.
But
That
hey,
was
Fees, did it go great though?
hey, that was a hell of a
Was the
weekend.
outcome good?
Everybody
Hey.
said, what could have happened? Well, what
That was
happened? That's all I want
Bruh.
to know.
That was a hell of a weekend, man.
I
So-
bet it was.
That's all that matters.
You ended on a good note. Thank you. Good job.
Well,
Motherfucking-
yeah,
Mila,
that did happen though.
Mila, so since you hit us with that one, so have you had to present that to someone
Good
before?
question.
And how did you present it?
I ain't had to present that one, thank God.
Okay.
Okay.
That's one thing my friends said. They was like, you come up with some good ones. I was like, I do. I stumble upon some good ones.
So let me ask you this. So same question.
Can I ask one last?
Hold on. Same question. Follow question that Nas, and I got you. What if you were dealing with someone who took them? Is that an issue?
Nah, because you know, this is for the good of the team. So
Yes. He said this is
I'm benefiting on that one. So
Said the good of the
team
team.
effort.
Facts.
No, I'm good, Lo. I'm good.
You sure that? All right. Well, this has been outstanding. I do
this has
appreciate.
been fun. This has been fun, y'all.
Yes. Our Wilberforce sister. Again, PCP family, us alumnus from the Wilberforce University, you know what I'm saying? HBCUs are a family. And, I would be remiss if I did not say, rest in peace to our good brother, Craig Bird, who
Yes.
lost his life, aka
Oh.
Burrow, who left us this past week. Don't have a lot of details behind that,
man.
his passing, but Burrow was, if you came to Wilberforce, you knew Burrow. You probably hung out. We had a conversation with him. You was around him, and he was just someone you could talk to, be around, joke with, have a cocktail with. Just an all around great guy, no drama. And I know he has a 4-year-old daughter. God bless to the baby and to all his family, but we know he's a better place. But we hate that we lost another one. So rest in peace, our brother Craig Bird, aka Burrow, from the Wilberforce family.
Rest in heaven, rest in heaven, fam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we don't use family loosely. When we say it, that's what we mean. I encourage all you listeners out there, if you have young family members, children, cousins interested in going to college, I recommend the HBCU. It's nothing like it. Although we came from Wilberforce University, just go what's for us. HBCUs are for us. It's a experience you can't get anywhere else. But again, Bumblebees, that's a feeder program for HBCUs, right, Jamila?
Oh yeah, the last 2 years we've done our Black History Month project has been on HBCUs, and this year we did HBCUs and Black Greek letter organizations. So we had y'all represented. We had judges and stuff from the WU and from Central State and up there, like representing all the organizations and different HBCUs. So yeah, I push the agenda.
There you go. And if you want to continue to look for us, we're all streaming platforms, the Pharaoh Club podcast, Instagram, the Pharaohs Club pod. Please follow us, like us, leave comments, let us know what you like, what you don't like, and what you want to see. We are all about, comments and data, so we can give the Dale, so we can break it down, right, Dale?
You already know.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
This was a great cast, and again, we just appreciate. We've been doing this for over a year now, and it gave us a form just as Black men, our therapy, just to get things off our chests, that we can link up and just have just get our thoughts out. Everything's that bottles up in us. But we love you guys. Continue to stream with us, and if you don't know, the architect behind all this, he's traveling right now, but check out the new iPhone 12 commercial.
Right.
You have to shout that out. He has a big feature in there, and man, it's like I told him, it's like we're all in there because he did that. So we'll end on that. Peace.
Peace and love. We out.
Black women, we love you. Black women,
we love men.
Vote, baby.
Vote.
HBCU love.
And please don't kill me on past comments I made on the cast. Damn.
It ain't fair.
That shit ain't fair.
Like, damn.
I love it.
I really got to
Jamila,
find. I
you did a great job, yo.
Fuck
Thank
Came
you,
with that
man.
recon work, that data, like, oh yeah, for real?
Yeah.
Like, oh shit, like, did I say that?
Motherfucker run up on me on the street, nigga. I ain't got shit to say.
Right.
She had
But for the most part, I was like, okay, Dale's spitting facts, but when you got a relationship stuff, I was like, what?
Hey, Nas, stop recording just in case.